Option to IGTV.
Yeah.
And they can put it on YouTube.
Hi, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I hope it's saved. I don't know. It gave me some problems. So.
When did you go off? At an hour?
No. Earlier. So maybe you could check on the other page
I'm gonna check my phone.
how to save the live. Guys, I hope the live saved. Maybe you could screenshot the second live. Okay. Lonnie, this is for you. I hope this live is being saved. And we have Levin, who's going to sing for us a song that he just put out on his new CD, the Kumzit CD. And he has an incredible voice. Let me see if Ellie's on. Hold on. He's getting his mic ready. He's like a whole serious situation.
Shimi, it's saved.
Ellie's?
Yeah.
Oh, Hodu Lashem. Thank you so much. Hello, Mayor and CF. How are you guys loving it? Tell me if you have any questions for Ellie. If you want any specific songs to be sung. The next song is for Lonnie, obviously. Lonnie, everything is for you. Is Lonnie back on? Because if Lonnie's not back on, we're not starting anything. Hello, Nami and Bashi. Okay, we're going to wait for Lonnie. You don't understand, guys. My heart sank because I was scared that the live didn't save. That's like my worst, it's just a scare. No, do not tell me Lonnie's sleeping. Hold on, oh, Ellie's back. Ellie's back. Lonnie's here. Woo! Oh, do Lashem. All right. I was so scared because I'm like, Lonnie, where are you? Lonnie? And she's like, Shimi, I'm here. Okay, phew.
I need to plug back in the sound again. But did the live save or not?
Ellie, they told me that it did. So my heart is like, because now when you after a live, it doesn't say save the live. It just says share an IGTV, and then nothing happened. I was like, no. Okay, so there's a little bit of an echo. So
Hold on. Is it on? Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I decided to first start without my unit plugged in, and then plug it in because before is it making any noise? Does anybody hear weird noise?
No, now it's
Okay.
perfect. Now it's before
Okay,
there was
great.
an echo.
All right, let's get straight to it.
Okay, just give us a little introduction to this song.
This is Lord Hear My Prayer. We talked about it a little bit beforehand. I came up with this tune in Auschwitz. You know, it's funny. I got kicked out of Auschwitz for having a guitar with me.
You're not allowed to have a guitar there?
Yeah, apparently, two SS soldiers came running. No, I'm joking. I don't know. Some Polish workers came running over to me and told me I have to go out, and I was like, "All right, I won't play. No, you must come, Mister, come. You must come." So they took me out, and I was like, if only my grandparents knew how to just if you want to get out of the camps, you just need a guitar.
Well, I think they knew that it's Ellie Levin. That if he plays, this whole place is just, They knew the power of your music.
So this is Lord Hear My Prayer. Do you hear the guitar?
Yes, beautiful.
Hear my prayer, Lord, hear my prayer, and let my cries come to you. Hear my prayer, Lord, hear my prayer, and let my cries come to you. Hide not your face, not on this day when I am in pain. Hide not your face, not on this day when I am in pain. Hashem Shemo Shemot Filosi Veshavosi Eilecho Sovoy. Hashem Shemo Shemot Filosi Veshavosi Eilecho Sovoy. Al Teseponecho Miyimeni Biyoin Tarli. Al Teseponecho Miyimeni Biyoin Tarli. Hide not your face, not on this day when I am in pain. Hide not your face, not on this day when I am in pain.
Wow. Look at all the hearts and the people are just like, they can only put emojis. There are no words for that.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow. Guys, how amazing was that, ladies and gentlemen? No words. No words. You can't speak after that song. You can't. You
Well,
can't.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's the song that I composed. I actually, it's funny, like, I was looking back to find where I originally
There's a little
sang
echo.
Okay, sorry.
that.
Is this, like, you mean reverb? Is that gone?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Reverb. Yeah. What do I know?
Not, no. I think echo is, and, that's
Reverb.
delay. Okay, we'll get into that. But, no, basically, I just turned off the reverb on my mixer. When I sing, I try to turn it on. If I'm singing without, remind me that I don't have it, so that I could turn it back on. But yeah, I mean, I think I started my Instagram account like years ago, like maybe 3-4 years ago, and back then videos were up.
Ago? Oh my
I think
gosh.
so.
Yeah,
I think videos then were 15 seconds.
Right, I remember that.
So I had posted like a clip of me singing this song. 15 seconds. How do I? Somebody keeps on trying to call me, and I want to stop that.
Oh, you have to go. You have to go to like the settings of it and put the moon, the no disturbance. You know how to do that? Like slide down.
Is that dark mode or no? No, do not disturb. I found it.
Tell you, I had to learn the hard way. It's literally like whatever it is, I've been through it. Matt Levin. Everyone call you Levin. How many people call you Levin?
You know, it's funny. Hasidim will call me Levin. Like they'll tell me, "What's your name?" and I'll say Eli Levin. Eli Levin. And I'm like, I think I just said Eli Levin, but you know,
it's like, yeah.
What do we know? Maybe I'm really Levine. I don't know. Like,
it's like when I say, they're like, "What's your name?" I'm like, Shimrit. They're like, Shimeres? I'm like, Shimrit. Shomrit? I'm like, what part of Shimrit don't you understand? And hence Shimmy came about.
And then people are asking if you're a man.
Yeah. It's like when I was in Machon, Rabbi Olbaum, one year we had a Shabbaton and I hosted in my house. So Rabbi Olbaum said, Shimrit, you're Sephardi. You're gonna have hummus? What are you gonna eat? Hummus? Yep, that's what we're gonna have is hummus. I love that, man. But you have Ellie, you have a song on your CD, Yehi Ratzon, that we were talking about. And
yeah.
So first, you speak about grandparents in that song, also, and
that was before anything happened. You know, I did not see that coming.
You have a video singing to your grandmother. Is that the grandmother that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I say this. No,
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
I recently posted about this grandmother that she just died. Like we just found out like new information about her life. Like in short, like my great grandmother escaped from the Holocaust, escaped from the Warsaw Ghetto while she was pregnant. They climbed through the sewers, and like it was her brother, and her sister and their spouses, and they escaped. While escaping, her husband was shot by the Nazis at some point in the journey, and she gave birth to my grandmother in a hospital. I think in France, maybe. I'm not sure. They were heading towards Russia, and they left my grandmother in a monastery, a Christian monastery, to save her life. And they continued. At the end of the war, my great grandmother found a new husband, and they together went back and rescued or retrieved my grandmother from the monastery. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's and you just found this information now?
So some of this information my parents and their siblings knew somewhat, but it's like we put together the story recently, and like a lot of my aunts and uncles and whatever didn't even understand, didn't know the full whatever you call it. But the crazy part is that for many years they didn't know like that my grandmother was from a different father than her siblings. Like my great aunts and uncles are from the new husband, and my grandmother's from the original husband.
Oh.
So it's just a wild thing to process,
So when you posted that video, you went to your bubby, and she had Alzheimer's?
Yeah.
Right.
She had Alzheimer's.
And you sang to her. I don't remember what song it was, a niggin or of some sort. And
I would sing like some old Russian songs or whatever I knew from like what she had sang with me when I was a little kid. And it's amazing because like I always say, like Alzheimer's, it destroys the brain, takes away all the memories, but somehow music stays. It's like a different part of the brain.
Yeah, and literally like that image of you singing to your bubby. I think I never comment on Instagram. Like it happened to have popped up on my Instagram, and I'm like, you brought her to life. Like her brain started working. You saw her reliving, like going back to what she remembered, and it was so powerful.
Yeah.
And the fact that you were able to do that for her, what a schus. And in that song, you have boys singing. How does this work? Do you call up like, hey, I need a bunch of like boys singing in my chorus?
So first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to Donnie Gross. Donnie Gross did the music for my album.
Go Donnie!
He is phenomenal. Check him out. He's on Instagram, donnie.gross. And he's just like an expert. I think he's doing albums with every single big singer out there, and even the albums that he's not doing, they're doing vocals by him. So he's excellent. But
so he has
I told him I told him I feel like I want a boys choir like in the interludes and the bridge, and so he made the connection, and he reached out to I think it's called Shir Shvacha. I think the choir, I can't remember. I want to give credit, but I can't remember the name.
Donnie, where are you when we need you, Donnie?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tag them. And
it's your idea though, like to speak about the Bubbies and Zadis, and to bring the kids, and like connecting the gap between the generations. Like it's brilliant.
Yeah, thank you.
No, like I really appreciate like these little things that it's details.
Yeah. It means you're brilliant if you're picking up that stuff. But
I'm happy that this is happening in the second round, because this is the second round. This is like the late show, Ellie and Shimi, and I want to get a little serious now, and then we'll go back to like the funny stuff. But I cannot tell you. There's so many things that you're just a walking, living example and an inspiration. You really are. After today, you're gonna be like, I'm really good. I never realized how awesome I am.
Yeah, who am I? Okay.
But when I do bas mitzvahs, when I did bar mitzvahs, I've seen it all. I've seen divorced families. I've seen, people don't speak to each other and have everything, every dynamic. And it is the most beautiful thing to watch when you have a divorced couple. They're able to, yeah, go ahead. Sorry. They're able to just understand that we're doing all of this. We're putting our feelings aside or whatever, and we're going to make it work for the sake of our children. Because, and I remember at one bat mitzvah, the mother got up and the ex-husband and his wife was there. And she got up on her speech and she said, "You are so lucky." She tells her daughter, let's say her name is Sarah. "You have 2 sets of parents who love you. And you have 2 homes and 2 sets of cabinets with Nash." And I'm like, and everyone's crying. If we could all reach that level. And Ellie, you do that all the time. Just by even your posts. The latest post of Mother's Day, you posted Lonnie holding this cute little Happy Mother's Day. And she's smiling, and you give credit to Lonnie's mother and how hard she works. Please tell us how you get to that point and what you could give advice to.
I don't want to forget.
Yes.
You remind me of something that Lonnie's cousin, Ariella, my brother Shmuel David's daughter, said, "I think Lonnie's my favorite cousin, but she's a little spoiled because her parents are divorced." So Lonnie's parents are divorced. But first of all, I don't deserve so much credit for that because it was never really that kind of it was never a very my marriage wasn't hateful or mean or whatever. There was never yelling or screaming. It was just not working. It was not a good relationship. We went for a lot of therapy. We tried, and it ended amicably. Even when it ended, it wasn't rough.
Right.
But at the same time, I could see how these things could very quickly become rough.
Yeah.
And my attitude is, and I've heard this, it's winning is losing. There's no such thing as winning in a divorce. Even winning just means that you're increasing somebody else's animosity, resentfulness towards you. And the worst thing you could have in life is having unsettled and unresolved issues. If you could figure out how to just continually say yes and agree and work things out, it takes 2 to tango, right? You need if you just continually just show that you're genuinely interested in just being at peace and being happy and being accommodating, then it should work out. Most people are not evil. Most people are not trying to.
Right. We're not talking about those you tried, you've been there, you've done that, you've had it, and just there's nothing happening on the other end. We're talking about 2, kind people, and it could be done. We could work it out because it affects the kids in a way where, I do events for kids that come from divorced homes, and it really, you could tell the difference when the parents have good relationship with one another. You could tell. Yeah. It's clear.
It's so important, and the kids are really the bottom line what it's about. It's extremely detrimental to a child to be in between something that's not peaceful.
And it's also not easy for the single mom or the single dad. So if there's one thing that you could say out there to give chizuk to the single ladies, single dads out there, to keep going, to keeping your head up, what could you tell them?
I've told a lot of friends who are going. I'm in the divorce world, and it comes up all the time. And I've told a lot of friends, just keep on showing them your good side, and they say, "You don't know with this guy, it's not going to work. With this girl, it's not going to work." That doesn't help. I firmly believe that it could. Just be persistent. Try it for months. Just always saying yes, always extending yourself, trying to feel like you're just gonna. You want it to work. Don't be a schmat. It doesn't mean don't abuse yourself, but show very, very, very strongly that you're interested in shalom. You're interested in it being smooth, and
which takes a lot of work. I mean, it's easy to say it, but it literally,
right,
you're asking someone to go completely against everything.
right, right.
You know, it's
No, yeah,
not easy
people usually divorce
for
results from
anybody.
people feeling very hurt and hate and hateful and resentful and whatever. And but like I know that at times I was very hurt, like in the marriage or whatever, but like I don't remember it now. It's like I'm past that, you know?
Right.
So thank God. And you know what? Lonnie's mother is an amazing mother for Lonnie, and I feel like Lonnie is growing up amazingly.
She really
And
is. Baruch
I'm
Hashem.
very lucky. So thank God.
It's unbelievable. You know, as we're talking about, keep your head up high, okay? Ellie, you have no idea. Like, people are like, Shimi, why are you so busy all day? I'm little, besides the Zooms and the lives and the, you know, the responsibilities that I've committed to, life happens. And one of the things that I'm really busy with is making videos for children, for families. Like, Shimi, can you please make it for my sister, for my cousin, for this, whether it's birthdays, bas mitzvahs. And then it got like, you know, she just lost her father. She just lost this. To the point where it was overwhelming for me. I'm like, I'm doing video after video for kids. And there are people really suffering. Like, it's a really hard time. And we're trying to stay happy and we're trying to stay uplifted and positive. And it's really a difficult and challenging time. And you are no stranger to somebody who's gone through his share of challenges in life. And I believe that there are people on here that don't know what I'm talking about. So I wanted to know if you could share a little bit about that and how you've gotten through it and what they could do to just keep going step by step.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
thank you for even opening up and allowing me to even ask you that question. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say first that I, as a personality style, it's not something that like really could necessarily be like given over to anybody, because like I have different siblings who react differently to things and whatever. And my nature in general is very compartmentalized. Like if something happens, I block that off into a certain category. I could go there, but it doesn't control the rest of my life. So yeah, just a brief summary of the tragedies of the Levin family. A few years ago, my brother Ari passed away. He was 27 at the time, and he choked in like on vomit. He was vomiting, and he choked on his vomit, and he passed away. It was on Shabbos, and it literally shook our family, shook our community. Like, people who, you know, a lot of people knew him, and he was an amazing, sweet, like, adorable guy. And it was you know, very life-changing for us. 2 years later, my brother Yisrael, who was then engaged, he was with his fiance in a car on Chol Hamoed Pesach, and his car was struck by another car, speeding, drunk driving, on drugs, racing, and it killed him and his fiance together. I want to send my love to the Kaplan family. Elisheva Kaplan was nifter, and my brother Yisrael. And now in this corona, like, I lost 3 of my grandparents within 2 weeks. So, you know, do I miss them? Do I love them all the time? But do I let it take over my life? No. And I think that the core of it, of how I deal with it, is that I think I recognize that there's there's ups and downs, there's everything, but I do have so many good things about my life that I can put that in front of the bad things. I do consider myself extremely lucky in so many ways. I'm unlucky in certain ways, but I'm not letting that dictate. You know, I saw a nice message once about like if you had, I don't remember the numbers, but let's say $5,000 and somebody took away $8, would you throw away the $5,000? You know, and the concept is that like you have that many seconds in a day, let's say, and somebody said a mean thing to you, and now you're walking around bitter and held back by that one comment that somebody made to you, which was 8 seconds of your day, and now you threw away all the rest of the day. And obviously, you know, losing a sibling, losing a grandparent, losing anybody is not just a bad comment. It's obviously a very heavy loss. But at the same time, to throw away all the amazingness of the rest of your life doesn't make sense either.
Wow. And you know what? When we started the Shimmy Shmooze, I didn't initially start interviewing people. I felt like Hashem is telling us something. Like, yeah, we can't go anywhere. We can't move forward to the next event, but we were moving forward in a deeper way. We're moving forward into our souls, like in recognizing how we could become better people. And I was like, you know, I have to start learning. And I just literally picked up a book and I'm like, whoever wants to learn with me, let's do this. And it was amazing. Like people like, yeah, you know what? I want to become a better person. And one of the things was we spoke about happiness and you know, don't wait for that moment where you have to go through a traumatic experience and realize, you know what, but I'm alive. I have another day, you know, right. And like you're saying, yeah, there's so many hardships, but you still have so much in your life to look forward to and to look at. And and you're choosing to look at that. It's a choice that you make, and it's a very difficult choice. And it's not like, you know how people say day by day. No, it's moment by moment. Because even during the day, you're going to go through ups, you're going to go through downs. And I think your words are going to give so many people a different outlook and a different way, a perspective to look at their life.
Right. No, and it's important. Like, look for that. Like, focus. And a lot of people are about like seeing, like, you know, counting at the end of the day, counting their blessings. You know, trying to think of what they're grateful for. I don't do that. I truly feel like I go to sleep every night feeling good. You know, Blian hara. But you know, does it hit me sometimes? Do I randomly start crying because like something triggered? Yeah, you know.
And that's okay. Like we need to tell people that's okay, you know.
Right.
And I think, yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry. I mean, Shimmy. What is it? I was like in between Simrit, whatever.
Call me Sprintsy. That's my go-to name, Ellie. When people come over to me and they're like, "Oh my God, are you Shimi Adar?" I'm like, I don't know who this Shimi Adar is, but everyone comes over to me and tells me I look like her. My name is Sprintsy. They're like, "Oh my God." So, and then I'm like, "Tell me about the Shimi Adar." So I want to hear what they really think about me.
Yeah.
But wow. Yeah, I love what you're saying. I love what you're saying. To be grateful. I think it all comes down to that. To be grateful.
I recently put a song on YouTube. You Are Never Too Far. I posted it on my Instagram, and it was around my brother Yisrael's yard site on Pesach that I came up with it. It's for some reason that like I'm not, I don't know, like I cannot sing that song without getting emotional. And the concept is that like sometimes it feels like, you know, you lose a loved one, or like are they eventually gonna like fade out of your life? And the answer is they don't. That you know you're always gonna be, you know, it's gonna come here and there, and you're gonna feel it. And you know, in a way, treasure that. Even the hard, sad times. There's something precious about that. You embrace those sad times because it's your connection to your loved one.
Right. Someone's saying
But
Ya'aleh v'yavo with emphasis on the Mashiach and Yerushalayim. Which Ya'aleh v'yavo? Are they talking about a specific Ya'aleh v'yavo?
I don't know.
And they want to know if we could get another song before we head home tonight.
All right. Let's do Levchor Nachon.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Okay.
In the questions, as you're getting ready, in the questions, somebody wrote, "When are you going to pay me that $20 you owe me?" Who was that intended to?
I was joking. It was like a question for Ellie. Hold on.
People are really excited about this song.
Oh, it's a great song. It's probably one of my favorite songs. I turned on the reverb, so you're gonna hear some echo. But
I was just gonna complain about it, and then I'm like, Shimi, don't say a word. He's about to sing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like just rearranging some wires here because it's getting.
Wait, Ellie, while you're rearranging your stuff over there, I want to ask you: when you perform, do you have stage fright before? Are you like, oh my god, I'm freaking out, or you're like, I'm Levin?
Well, no, I don't feel like any stage fright in terms of singing. I just feel comfortable like that. I like that. I love getting up in front of people and making a scene. I'll admit it. I like the attention.
But you know what? I also I'm comfortable once I'm doing it, but before I get nervous all the time.
The only time I'll get nervous maybe is if the thing that I'm about to do, I'm not sure that I'm
confident, that
I'm ready to do it. If it's a song, let's say, that I don't know, or if I'm working with a band that I don't know if I'm gonna be in sync with them, then I could feel a little stressed. But I'm really not shy by nature,
Wow, so many people are jealous right now.
Are you hearing a weird noise, like a staticky noise?
בסוף הכל מתנקז אליי עניין של זוויות אני לא מבין רמזים אולי צבעים ואותיות מבט חטוף על עצמי ודי רק לא להסתכל שבפנים כבר בפנים מדי קוראים לי זה הרגל מתי למד לבחור נכון להאמין לראות שטוב בלי להביט שוב לא יכול לבחור נכון לבחור נכון להאמין לראות שטוב בלי להביט שוב נכון מתי לומר לבחור נכון להאמין לראות שטוב בלי להביט שוב נכון. I think
Wow.
I'm getting word that there's some static, but I don't really know how to get rid of it.
It was beautiful. You're getting more
Thank you.
beautiful than static comments. So, oh my God, people want to know what the meaning is.
To make wise choices. Let me just remove the
The
reverb.
reverb.
Yes.
Reverb.
Is to understand well, right? What's the translation of that, Shimi? You're the Sephardi.
God, I'm a disgrace to my people.
Choose wisely, basically, and the concept of this song is what, like, going through life. When am I going to learn to make the right choices? And I think Amir Dadon is, he's the original artist of this. He is so rich. His voice, it's so. I love his low, like it's just. It makes me think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when I was listening to it, I heard a little Ishai Rebo also, like a mix of the two.
Ishai performs it with him. They're yes. You got it. You picked right up on that.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
he reminds me of Mark Knopfler a little bit for some reason. A little snow-covered mountains, all covered.
That's what we want to hear. We want to hear the stuff that we don't hear.
Right.
Good, and that was really low. Whoa.
Yeah, it's like I love the thickness of that register. My cousin Matt is famous for that. Guys, you guys check out Matt Levin on his Instagram and harass him to do some low end because he's got that down.
We got to tag Matt. We got to tag Lonnie after. We got to plug in your wife's artistic beauty and
the choir, the children's choir, my ex-wife. It's all right.
Yeah, right. And you're right. We got to find out their name, Ellie. You can be in the doghouse if you don't.
Lifkin, Pliskin, I don't know. But yeah,
they call you Levine, so you're good to go.
That's true. It's only fair.
So you're telling us like the meaning. So choose wisely.
Choose wisely. You know what? It's actually like a pretty. It's funny. I'll confess that when I learn Hebrew songs,
I love confessions.
When I like learn songs, like usually I'm like pressured to like get to learn it quickly, to be on it because I'm going to be performing by a gig, and what I'll generally memorize and work on the first stanza and the chorus, and then and the
rest is history.
Yeah. So I don't know the rest of the song by heart, but בסוף הכל מתנקז עליי, עניין של זוויות. אני לא מבין רמזים, אולי צבעים ויות. I don't understand hints, colors, and letters. Like, I mean, he doesn't pick up on little subtle things. Yeah, like the concept is we need to pick up, and we need to like become aware and understand and make smart choices. It's just a very it's a song of life, and he goes through like the different stages.
Right. I loved it. People want to know, when is your CD going to be available? You heard it right here, ladies, in 7 years.
I was just in touch with the CD producer. I'm hoping within 10 days.
That's good.
Yeah, and I'm working with my brother-in-law, Yikasil Eckstein, on my website. It's almost ready, and as soon as it's ready, I can take some pre-orders. So whenever it when it comes in, I can be mailing them out right away.
You're giving out like how many CDs tonight? Right? Is it tonight?
My giveaway?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm picking one winner each night, and after I'm done with Shimmy Shmooze, I'm going to pick the second winner. Last night was Ruchi S.
Ruchi. By the way, she's on my Shimmy Shmooze every night. Her name is Ruchi.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, she corrected me. She's like, it ain't Ruchi, it's Ruchi. And also, you don't have to worry, Ellie, because nobody really has CD players anymore. Where are we playing the CD on?
It's true, but you know what? A lot of people have asked me about it, so apparently people are still using it.
They want the hard copy.
I'll tell you what. I think first of all, there's a certain part of our community that doesn't like the smartphones, internet, or whatever, and they want to just have a physical thing.
And you're connecting a lot to the Hasidische, Welt. So they definitely have CD players.
Right. They even still maybe have a tape recorder. I don't know.
Do you remember, guys? You know you're old if you know what a tape recorder is. Do you know that my first bat mitzvah I did was on a tape recorder?
Yeah.
I was 19 years old, and you know the cassette, like the
black
string,
thing with
the string like pulled out, and I had to sit there like winding.
Oh yeah, the tape. Yeah.
The tape. I was
Remember,
like,
like,
oh my.
You have to stick a pencil in there or whatever. Wow.
7
Throwback.
hours later, I'm like, guys, don't worry, I'm gonna get the song in 7 minutes. Sit down, girls. Yeah.
See, 7 is your number. 7 is Shabbos.
Holiness. You know, Ellie, you know how you know you're old? Like when you're trying to apply for something online and it says date of birth. So you have to scroll down to 1982. There's your sign. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now everyone's talking about cassettes. All right, I'm going to let you go, Ellie, but I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You've covered everything and then some, and I have no doubt in my mind that you've reached so many souls, so many hearts, and really like taken the shimmy shmoos and you made it spiritual, just like you've done with everything you've done in your life, with your Instagram page, with your CDs, and just by being you're literally a living example of how to make the best out of every situation and every day.
Thank you so much, Shimi. And really, it's all about you. It's the interviewer.
It really is all about me. No, just.
You are amazing at this, and keep it up. And I hope to reconvene at some point. Keep the shmooze alive.
But I can't wait for the next CD that's going to come up in 2090. But it will be on Spotify. Don't worry.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Ellie Levin. I'm going to post him on my stories, and he's giving out CD to winners. So hope you're going to be one of them. And check it out, Spotify, iTunes, wherever, right? It's everywhere. And
one last shout out to Lonnie Levin, the cutest girl in the world.
We start off with Lonnie. We end off with Lonnie. Because Lonnie, you are everybody's world. Ellie Levin!
L'chaim. Send my best to your husband and kids.
I keep on being the reason that so many people smile. Thank you, Ellie.
Thank you.
Laila Tov, folks.